Say yes to new beginnings.
Yes.
Say yes to new standards of excellence.
Yes.
Say yes to engaging reportage with a difference.
Yes.
Introducing Yes International Magazine.
Welcome once again to another edition of our Instagram live session. My name, like I always say, has not changed. My name remains Azuh Arinze, and my guest this evening is Daniel Chibuzo Nwoka, popularly known as Dan the Humorous, right? Dan the Humorous is a gifted comedian, actor, and Radio Kum TV host. He has also been around for over 15 years and he was actually inspired by my friend and my brother, Julius, the genius, Chinwipe Abu. Dan the Humorous is married to the love of his life, Millicent Adama Nwoka, a radio presenter with Info FM. He hails from the popular Elele in the Query local government area of River State and attended the University of Port Harcourt, where he read linguistics and communication. Friends, fans, family, and followers, join me as I welcome to this evening's Instagram live session, the one and only Dan the Humorous. Please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is the YesNG TV. THEYESNG TV. Thank you so very much. Yeah. Now I'm going to ask you some questions that maybe one or two people may have asked you in the past, and that is because I want our interview session to be all encompassing. So my first question is, why did you choose to call yourself Dan the Humorous? Let's start from there.
Actually, how did I come by the name Dan the Humorous? Okay, it was something, a style or something someone told me when I was going to start out. Then I knew that, okay, this is it, this is comedy, this is what I was going to do proper. So the first name that came to my head then was one funny name, Mr. Adventure. If that's what I used to answer in secondary school. So the guy told me a name, he's in the US Navy now. He told me that no, that name is not nice. So find a name. And then he told me something, he said, find a name that will carry at least one of your names, so that at least people can relate to your name as well as to whatever brand it is you're trying to create. So he gave me a strategy. He said, take a sheet of paper, just be writing any name that comes to your head. Just be writing. Anywhere you stop and you can't go past that one, that is the name. So I took a sheet of paper. I was just writing all kinds of MCDs, microphone that, just writing all kinds of things that entered my head. And by the time I got to Daniel the Humorous, it just stuck. Nothing could come again after that. And going by what he told me, I was like, okay, Daniel the Humorous, okay, no problem. And then that's how I picked it up. And then over the years, it has stuck like that.
Interesting.
Yeah, so the way I like to interpret it is a name that depicts who I am, or what I am. So Dan, the humorous fellow, the humorous guy.
Interesting. Now, which was the first joke ever that you conceptualized?
The first joke I ever conceptualized, because then we started in the church, so it was actually the very, 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 very first will be say if you are short. No, what is it? No, something about if your head is big, then don't be afraid that your head is big, because That when Jesus said, "Upon this rock shall I build my church," it was your head. It was that big head he was talking about. Then one major one had to do with, then in Port Harcourt there's a place called Garrison Junction. So I used to say that Port Harcourt was in the Bible. That if you think it's a lie, go to Second Chronicles. Somewhere in Second Chronicles where they mention something, 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 Garrison. And so whenever I do it in church, everybody go, whoo! Come to think of it, that this question you asked now just make me know that we don't really compose materials or something. We don't even forget.
Interesting. Interesting. So, which of your jokes excites you the most and why?
Presently, because it's usually from face to face. Right now, the joke that excites me the most is when I talk about the struggles of men. And whenever I want to start it, I like to be like, look, people say they are feminists. Me, I'm a masculinist. I fight for the men, and men were under pressure. We're under financial pressure. Women will see fine children, they will just shout, "Oh, my ovaries." We will see fine children, we can't shout anything because when our school fees we go remember, if we born this pikin na big go enter our head. So we're not shouting anything. Women will see each other, they look so good, they will hug themselves, kiss themselves. Men, there's a way you even appreciate your fellow man, that you're looking so handsome. He will now begin to suspect you. Why are you admiring me like this? you know what's the other one? Okay, even pastor we call ahead. This is my favorite part. Pastor we call for fruit of the womb. Only women will come out. Meanwhile, science says that 50%, how many percent of infertility is caused by men. Why can't the men come out? Because there's pressure. Once you come out, people go say, now wow. After I go say the man ain't get muzzle. Yet now give belly, no fee give belly. And besides, if pastor won't lay hand, where pastor go hold to lay hands to give you fruit of the womb as a man? And most importantly, on the internet, you see all kinds of sex enhancement products. And you see women, once they use it and it's not working, they come out and call out that product. I use this product for tightening, it did not work. But have you ever seen a man come out in this internet that you're inside to say, hey, this product for enlargement, this product for lasting long, I use it, it did not work. No man can come out. And to me, apart from the humorous content, I think I'm excited about it because it in its way tries to bring to reality the pressures that the masculine gender goes through. The kind of agony we go through, but people don't know. They'll tell you men should not cry. They'll tell you men should not feel bad, but men are crying out every day. So I believe that in a way it makes people to relate with the issues that we face every day as men and the pressures we go through, just so that we can deliver and stand in there as the men of the house.
Interesting. So which has been the most remarkable event that you have anchored and why?
Most remarkable events that I've performed in, right? Up to the presidential level, but I would think that there's a private dinner that we've done at the residence of Dr. Mike Adenuga, where he hosts very high. One time we've done the French, I think most recently, so I think with the French ambassador, with the Turkish ambassador, and with the American ambassador. I think that's some key. I've done one with the vice president as well, but I think to me, relating with these foreigners and then for them to get your joke, for them to still understand your.
Now, the interest in comedy, what triggered it?
My interest in comedy, I think growing up, I used to watch a lot of comedy. I used to Bill Cosby. I used to watch Gregory Hines. I used to watch Hanging Out, and that made me love comedy as an art form to begin with. And then I already had big love for entertainment industry. So and then watching the Nigerian stand-up comedians as at then, back then in Port Harcourt, we used to have this guy, Junior. But he's a pastor now. He calls himself Pastor J. So, like I was saying, so the early comedians as at the time, even the likes of okay Bakasi and Co, Alibaba. Yeah, so like I was saying, so the early comedians at the time, and then most importantly Julius Ago, because I saw the way he was not just a comedian at the time, he was an artist. The fact that he could sing, he could dance, he could act, he was comparing, it was like all encompassing. I think that really triggered me to be like, this is what I want to do. So I just loved it. I loved watching it, and then I loved seeing myself in it. Back then as little children, that when we finish watching kung fu, we'll go and practice the kung fu outside. So whenever I used to watch stand-up comedy, I used to perform it to myself. I used to perform it with my schoolmates. So I think that really triggered and made me jump on the game very well.
Now you've been into this business now for over 15 years.
Yeah.
What would you say has kept you going?
I think the phenomenon of staying hungry, staying hungry, it keeps me focused. The fact that I've achieved certain levels of success, but I don't let it get to my head. I don't let it make me feel like I've achieved anything. So I try to always see myself that I'm starting at every point. So from one accomplishment to the other, it's like something keeps telling me there's still more to do. There's still somewhere to go. There's still a lot more to do. So that push, that look, we have not reached there yet. In fact, we're still scratching the surface. So that keeps me hungry. That keeps me desirous for more.